What's poppin', y'all? Today I wanted to pose an interesting theory that people on Instagram, for some reason, decide to hate on. I don't know why, but you should follow me on Instagram at helloyassine. And that is Playboi Carti and The Weeknd coming at Drake. We already know that The Weeknd does not mess with Drake. We know that there's been issues between them. There's been disses back and forth. You even heard the song like Cash blowing Navel bread out here tricking. And that will have relevance to the theory I'm posing here. And this isn't just a random theory. There is enough material behind it that it makes sense. Now, Carti was cool with Drake. He was on the song Pain 1993 with him. I think that was the song, right? It was around Dark Lane demo tapes era. And I don't know if the Carti-Drake connection happened because of Ian Connor. Because Ian Connor was born in 1993. So there is that link. And Carti's born in 1996, I believe. However, the first piece of information is Carti was on No Face, or his ad-libs were supposed to be on No Face. That doesn't get cleared, and No Face is still, or No Face ends up coming out on from 100 gigs on streaming platforms, but without Carti version. Then a song gets previewed that has Carti featured on The Weeknd. The Weeknd previewed the song, or he played this song when he was doing his Sao Paulo stadium show in Rio. Or not in Rio, in Sao Paulo, excuse me. And this song was produced by Pharrell. Now we know that Drake does not mess with Pharrell. Drake bought Pharrell's chains for, I think, $1 million or something at an auction. Drake has also taken shots at Pharrell on different tracks. He said he would melt the chains when he was in the beef with, or he would consider melting the chains when he was in the beef with Kendrick Lamar. So we know those two don't mess with each other. Pharrell produces the track. The Weeknd is featured on the track, and Playboi Carti is on the track too. And the theory is that Carti flips this bar. So in the song called Timeless, he says, "OO or double O, opium, whatever it is, bust down the watch, you know that I'm timeless." And in Drake's song 10 Bands, he says, "All my watches always timeless, you can keep the diamonds." Sure, this, you could say if it's just the lyrics, it could be of a bit of a reach, right? And I'm willing to accept that if it was just the lyrics. But it's not just the lyrics. It's all of these other things that come together to take shots at Drake. And we know Drake loves to throw subs at people. He loves to do stuff like this. So it wouldn't surprise me if Carti or The Weeknd were doing the same thing. And Carti's not an idiot. Like, sure, the guy acts a certain way and his lyrics are not even basic. They're not complex at all. But to pretend that Carti's incapable of making a bar like this and taking shots at someone, I think that's doing too much. Or that's giving Carti nowhere near enough credit that he deserves. And 10 Bands is one of the most popular Drake songs from the If You're Reading This, It's Too Late album. Now, I don't know what the connection for that album would be. That would be me going towards different levels of reach. Also, keep in mind, in a separate video clip, which I'm going to use for another video topic, which is the one with Lucky, so you should probably look into that. Or pay attention to that, subscribe so you get it when it comes out. But Carti gets gifted a Maybach by Cash and Abel, and he gets gifted an XO, like XO opium chain by these guys too. And he just goes on a rant, just doing the Carti thing on camera. So this all makes sense. And this, if we knew that Playboi Carti was going to release a song with The Weeknd, we could just say that maybe Carti didn't clear the No Face because he was getting ready to release his own project, I Am Music, and he did just release that song All Red, which performed very, very well. Now the song is, I don't get why people give passes to certain people to do things and not others. Hey, the dude's biting Future. He's straight up biting Future, and I've said this before. Was it a Whole Lotta Red era? Or right before that, he dropped like a couple of songs, and I said, yo, this is just Young Thug. But people they just want to do tricks for Carti. But regardless, that song performed very well. It charted at debuted at number 15. It's got like over 45 million streams. The song's doing phenomenal. So the lead up to his album is doing well. Maybe he didn't want a song with Drake to do poorly, No Face, and or a song that wasn't going to have that much push behind it. There is a possibility for that. Although he did do the track with Camila Cabello, and I wouldn't say that derails anything, but that song did end up performing well too. So maybe that song did make sense, but that collaboration makes far less sense than him just showing up on some ad-libs on a Drake song. Like, these are ad-libs. He didn't drop a verse. There wouldn't be a lot of expectation for No Face charting or doing well when Carti doesn't even have a verse on it. So I don't think it would have harmed him at all. But what I think the deal is he knew he had this song with The Weeknd. And Playboi Carti, from what I've seen at least, is a pretty loyal guy. So if he's rocking with The Weeknd, which I think he's always been closer to XO than he has OVO, really the only connection to OVO that I've seen is Drake. And like I said, we don't know how much of that connection is the Ian Connor Drake connection, because I know those two are for sure tight. So if he knew that The Weeknd was going to play his song at the Sao Paulo stadium show by The Weeknd, which this is what we got to talk about, man. We need to start putting some respect on The Weeknd's name. When I said this is arguably the biggest artist in the world. And they're like, oh no, Bad Bunny could do a festival, or Bad Bunny could do a stadium in Brazil. You don't know what you're talking about. Please shut up. He can't. Please. God damn. This was frustrating. Regardless, I went on a little tangent there. So we're going to reel it back in. So The Weeknd and them are tight. I don't know what the issue is, though. I don't know if Playboi Carti's adopting this. I don't know how involved Pharrell is, because keep in mind, Drake posted Pharrell on his story with a crown and a hat. Or no, The Weeknd posted Pharrell on his story with a crown and a hat, and he's wearing some ring. And this was The Weeknd posting it. So there are some shots being thrown side to side. We already said Cash buying Carti a Maybach. I don't think that's taking shots at Drake. But it's funny. That makes the Drake line age well. This is what we got. We got to give credit to Drake too, man. We always talk about these Kendrick lyrics. People will reference the Kendrick lyrics whenever some moment is happening. We got to reference that Drake lyric here. Like Cash blowing Abel bread out here tricking. Things that they do for guys, we do for chicks. That's exactly what he's doing. He just bought a Maybach for Carti, which all of these people can afford these things. I just hope that Carti hits another lick on Aiden Ross. That was entertaining. The stream wasn't entertaining, but him doing that was some entertainment. And I don't know why he forgave him for that. That is not worth no forgiveness. Carti was tripping off that. But I'm interested to see how this develops. Playboi Carti, I wouldn't say is versus Drake. I think he just distanced himself from Drake. And keep in mind, recently Drake has been tweeting about having fake friends. Not tweeting. He's been posting on his Insta about having, or his Finsta, as they want to call it, about having fake friends. And he showed a lot of love to Carti. I have to admit that. Cannot lie there. So we'll see how that develops. The story that I'm talking about is, it's a movie scene where he says, I never hung out with these idiots after work, ever. I had fashion friends. Fashion friends? That's an interesting story to put out there. Now, I don't think that there was so much thought into this on like, Carti and fashion. No, I think fashion friends could refer to a whole slew of people that Drake worked with. But I do think there's something here, and we're going to continue to see it develop over time. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you enjoy the theory? Do you think I'm reaching? Let me know if you think I'm reaching. That's perfectly fine. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching. Peace.